It is Wednesday, a wild Wednesday at the Tulsa Zoo, and Chris Gabbard is with us. We are back in the rainforest. Last time we were here, he mentioned there's a fish that we could feed. I said, well, let me give it a shot. So that's what we're going to do today. Tell us about this fish, a little bit about it, and how we're going to get to him.
Well, what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut through a flower bed that's kind of what we call a keeper route, where some of the keepers go up on a daily basis and take care of a lot of aquarium fish up in here. And we're going to be above him, above the lagoon where he's used to feeding at. And this type of fish, it's called an Aarapaima, Aarapaima gigas. It's a very large fish. It's one of the largest freshwater species in the world. And they can get, I know of accounts of them being over 8 feet long and up to 400 pounds. Ours is about 6 feet long, maybe 150 pounds. And we're going to take some food up there and we're going to see how they hunt, which is right at the surface of the water, because this particular fish actually gulps air. He spends a lot of time at the surface because about every 10 to 20 minutes he reaches up and he gulps some air out of the water, out of the air above.
Gotcha. Now we're going to feed him what?
We're going to feed him some of these large sardines here. We're going to drop right on top of his head, which is kind of the stimulus that he uses to feed.
Now we just have one here.
Right, right.
Will we have more? Is this just one unusual one that we have on display?
It's not an unusual one, but as far as the size of our exhibit, we're only going to be able to house one. We have other large fish in there as well. We have some large red-tailed catfish and probably be able to see those coming up too, because a lot of the other fish will become interested when they get fed anyway.
All right, let's head up this way and take off.
What I want you to do is to see him here under the water, and you see where his head is here up on the front.
Right.
What I want you to do is take one of these fish, and with your best baseball shot, I want you to just toss it and get it to land right above his head, as close to his head as you can.
Okay, and he's going to snap up?
He's going to, I'll let you see what happens once it does.
Okay, and I'm not throwing this, I'm just tossing it.
Just tossing it, you're just aiming at his head.
Okay, here we go. Holy cow!
So you just saw his kind of feeding response. He spends time at the surface of the water, and during the flooded forest season, if there's a small monkey or some sort of animal that's in the trees that might accidentally drop, he's just going to snap them up right then. Or other small fish are up the surface. And he can eat, I've heard accounts of large fish like this eating entire sloths, adult sloths. So they get very big.
I would love to see that in slow-mo. You know, wonder what that looks like. Unbelievable.
And
okay.
he's coming back. You see him coming back like a big submarine.
Yeah. Slowly in there.
Yeah, slowly in
Okay,
there.
here we go. Another one. Just scares the... That's pretty intense.
He's getting a little irritated with the other fish coming around too.
Sure.
Yeah. Look at the red on his tail back there.
Beautiful. What's his main predator?
Man. Right now, those sizes of up to 9 feet, 400 pounds are rarely seen anymore, because certainly during the dry season when the river comes down low, which is also their breeding season, they're easy to spot in the shallow water, and a lot of people will fish them out at that point. So there's been some restrictions. I believe that you can't take anything under 6 feet in length or so, but
with the hope that maybe...
Yeah. He hit it.
This?
Let's see if he drops this.
That is totally awesome. Totally awesome.
A cool fish. When we first got him years ago, we called him the stomach.
So, when people are out, there are feeding times that you're doing this so that they can come by and watch?
Yeah, a lot of them will be able to watch up the rail where Larry's at with the flower in his hair. And they'll be able to see that in action. We obviously can't bring the public up in here because of liability issues. But.
Right, and you don't want me falling in either.
Right.
So stop by in the rainforest and look for the...
Aarapaima.
Aarapaima.
Which is also the genus, so you learn a scientific name all at the same time.
Perfect. Aarapaima. If you'd like more information about the Tulsa Zoo, you can check them out online at tulsazoo.org or give them a call. That number is 669-6600. Tulsa Zoo is providing